Greetings. My name is Dr. Wadell Brooks, Sr., your host, and this is Community Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an outstanding guest with us this evening, Mr. Charles January. He's independent candidate for the mayor of the great city of North Chicago. He's a former alderman of the 7th Ward in the city of North Chicago. He is a person that you should know. Good afternoon, Mr. January.
Hello, Dr. Brooks and Community Forum.
We're very happy that literally you're taking time for your busy schedule to be with us to let Lake County know who you are, especially the city of North Chicago. But for those that do not know you, tell our listening audience a little bit about your personal and professional background.
Okay. I graduated from North Chicago High School in 1980. After going there for 4 years, I went to Neo Math and Science before that. I lived in the city of Waukegan for that, through elementary school, Carmen Elementary School, Mrs. Buckner, who was the best principal in the world. Went to junior college at College of Lake County, decided to go away to school, went to school, a couple of schools, liberal arts schools, got my undergrad degree in liberal arts. School lost its accreditation, but I'm still educated. I'm an entrepreneur, opened 9 Taekwondo schools, Universal Taekwondo. I've traveled majority of the world. I've seen a lot of things. I got married 13 years ago. I brought my wife back here to Lake County. She's the current 7th Ward Alderman. Her name is Kathy January. I've run for mayor. It will be my 3rd time. First time I received over 44% of the vote. I should have won, but things happened. I didn't know all the rules, and I know all the rules this time.
Well, I have some statistics here to show, and I think that was, April 8, 2013, you only lost by 184 votes.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty close. The mayor got 829 votes, you got 645, 185. Now, why are you seeking the position of mayor again in the city of North Chicago?
Well, Mayor and Dr. Wadell Brooks and citizens, I'm seeking it because we just need to run for Chicago in a germane way. What I mean by that, we're supposed to have a strategic plan. We're supposed to have a comprehensive plan. We did, I think, back in 2005 or 2006, we got a comprehensive plan done. We got a grant for $1 million, and CMAP did the comprehensive plan, and we haven't followed it to date. And follow with that comprehensive plan, we're supposed to have a strategic plan. It tells your goals, what you're trying to accomplish. And our mayor, unfortunately, doesn't have the capacity in which to understand that. He has been the mayor for 20 years. Look at our town. He's been all these different chairmen of all other things, except for doing anything germane in North Chicago. Dr. Brooks, I don't know that you're aware of it, but we have a family bought Paris Banquet Hall in North Chicago. And the family, I just should not be in North Chicago, the family that bought it. But what happened was we have new management there, and our great city of North Chicago, except for 2 aldermen, the most 2 educated aldermen on the city council, Michael R. Jackson, who got his master's degree. Kathy January has her undergraduate degree in business administration, and she's a full-time nurse. And they voted no, but our rest of our city councils, I don't know what, we got 2 other people that have education, Markham and Bonnie Mayfield, that have college degrees. I must share with you, Dr. Brooks, I was appalled to hear that our city attorneys, along with the mayor, drafted a document to give 2 individuals, one, a supposed Harold's Chicken is not part of the Harold's Chicken franchise, and a George's Food Market, they're going to be coming there. And they gave them $300,000, saying that we need a grocery store.
Was that a non-forgivable?
Forgivable loan, $300,000. And unfortunately, citizenry of North Chicago, we do have a full-fledged grocery store. You may choose not to go there, but it There's a full-fledged grocery store. It's on Penn Street, and it's called Gonzalez Foods. They have everything. They're full butchery, full everything. And we do have it. Maybe you not know about it. As far as box grocery stores, we still don't have a big box grocery store. And I did call some companies. I won't name them now because they're trying to see what's going to happen. But I must tell you, citizens in North Chicago, we need change. We need a downtown, robust downtown area. We're right next to Lake Bluff, Illinois, who has everything. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. And I must say, I miss him tremendously. He was Preacher Howard, who used to be a pilot. And Preacher Howard said he called some places and asked about a grocery store. And he said that when he talked to the people, Jewel, Dominic's, and KG Foods, and the rest of them, they said, well, you have to have an aggregate of at least $75 a week going into the grocery store to make it a viable thing. And I plan to show it, Dr. Brooks, in the next couple of weeks. And if I'm on your show or on my website, I tried to bring 13,000 jobs to North Chicago, good paying jobs. And our city still don't have that. And we keep searching for things. And the only resource that we have that I hope that doesn't go away is water. And then we have a mayor that's going around saying because of the COVID, he's not turning off water bills. That's just not the water from people. That's just not true. He turned off a girl that's been in business down in our town. I won't name her name because she's a private citizen. But they turned her water off and she immediately got it turned back on and charged her a $50 water fee to turn it back on. Then we got, if you do have a water bill, and according to my wife and Alderman Jackson, changed the rule. I don't know what year they changed it, but if you are a business or a homeowner or you rent your places out, your landlord, and your bill gets behind and you want to make payments, restitution, we charge you a big fee every month until you pay the bill off. That's just not right. And our city, Dr. Brooks, I don't know whether you know this or not, and it's been running that way. We need to change it right away. We're supposed to be running the city either in actual accounting or government accounting. We're using cost accounting. So my wife, Matthew January, if you watch the city council meeting, she consistently votes no for the budget and to pay the bills because we don't know what actual dollars we have. And I usually Dr. Brooks, don't want to get into the politics of politics, but I must say, in this chance, we have a chance. In the 5th Ward, Alderman Torrance Mark, I'm going to miss him. He's a pastor. He's a great friend. He's articulate. I guess he got fed up. He's not going to run again. So because of his void and him leaving, we have 2 candidates. We have the mayor's candidate, and his name is Kitty Smith. And we have not the mayor's candidate, and her name is Vicki Brown. And for wanting to work with people and growing the city and doing those things, as the independent candidate for mayor, I would love to endorse and support Vicki Brown for the alderman of the 5th Ward because she's articulate. She's working on her 2nd master's degree. I've known her ever since I was a child.
Well, we're going to give Vicki Brown an opportunity to sell herself.
Okay, but as the mayor, as wanting to be mayor, we've got this time we've got Michael Jackson, who's running unopposed in the 1st Ward. 3rd Ward, I'm not happy about. I'll just skip over him. 5th Ward, I'm supporting Vicki Brown. I hope that she wins. And 7th Ward, my wife ran uncontested, so she'll be the 7th Ward alderman.
What about a successful city should have great leadership, right? What are some of the leadership qualities that you have that you would?
Well, I can expound on those. Leadership abilities. I was on as a alderman of the city of North Chicago and tried to get some things accomplished with our mayor because he's the chief guy. If it's not his ideal, it won't happen. Dr. Brooks, I tried to get him to, which he'll dispute, we have land that's on Sheridan Road, and land is contaminated.
It's called
So
Sheridan Crossing.
Sheridan Crossing. So I suggested that we go and get some seeds, plant the seeds, and grow different things in there, especially soybeans, and that will pull all that junk out. And if we did it when I suggested it, we would have clean land. It wouldn't be capped at over $500,000. And he promised a Navy museum. That didn't happen. The sign is still there. He's promised a lot of things and a lot of broken promises. Then I found out, Dr. Brooks, reading the agreement that the city does there, if in fact we do get something to come there that's viable, the city has to finance it. So what are we doing? That's not leadership. I've heard different aldermen and the mayor say, you know, look how great our streets are. Okay, let's do an inventory. Martin Luther King doesn't belong to this. That's Lake County. Lewis Avenue doesn't belong to us. That's Lake County. Sheridan Road doesn't belong to us. Green Bay doesn't belong to us. And we manage 14th Street. What are we doing, city? We have a mayor that's has a staff next to none. I think I appreciate our staff. The salaries are not in convention or with what the people do in North Chicago. None of these people live here. None of our city administrators, except for our public works, live in this great city of North Chicago. So, and we have police officers and firemen who can go for 25 or 35 miles away from the city. When you do that, there's no buy-in structure. If you don't have police officers that live here, there's all kinds of grants and different programs that we can get to facilitate our police and fire, first responders to be here. I don't want them 20 minutes away if we have something bad happen. And unfortunately, we have tumultuous things now that are happening in our county and in our country. We don't have a riot control team. And I'm hearing some things that our officers are not even qualified to be on the road. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. I'll speak upon that because I want it to get fixed. I'm not doing it because of politics. We need every hand on hand. Now, Dr. Brooks, you've heard me say for a long time, in poor towns, Waukegan, North Chicago, Zion, those are the three were minority led. Blacks used to be the majority. That's not the case in two of them now. I must share with you, you can't have non-congruent things working in your city. When you have a town, Chicago is 67% Spanish, 40, almost 40% Black, and everything else other. And majority of those folks, I'm proud of them, working, and they don't get home till 6:30 at night. How do you run a city 9 to 5, Monday through Friday? Who are you serving? You're not serving your citizenry. You had some staggered hours. My suggestion, 11 to 7 one day, 12 to 8, and maybe twice a month, half day Saturday, Friday and Saturday, so you can go in the city and pay your bills and whatever you have to do. And this thing about stopping business permits at 4 o'clock, I don't care if they're here till 9 o'clock. We want growth in our businesses. We want people that are building or remodeling or refinishing their homes have the opportunity to get the correct permits. I've got to tell you, Dr. Brooks, I met a gentleman, his house is up by 5 points. He purchased the house from the city and it needs a lot of work. And I dropped by to congratulating him for taking that eyesore off our streets and fixing it up. He told me I could put a sign there. Great guy. And he said, Charles, he goes, I didn't know I needed all these other light permits. Now, he can do the work, but he has to have a licensed plumber, licensed electrician. I said, are you moving into the property? He said, yes. Now, Dr. Brooks, if the person can fix their house, they should have the right to fix it. If they are educated, even if so, they want to put their money down, fix it, have our inspectors come in and say, yes, thumbs up, or no, thumbs down, then we've given them an opportunity. And then if they need to hire a contractor to come behind and do it, okay. To tell a person that knows how to do it, knows all the things, yes, I want our uniform commercial code and stuff to be enforced. Let's work with the people. Let's not work against them. Because if everything's got to be a licensed contractor behind it, and you know how to do the work, why are we adding to your costs? Especially if it's the house that you're moving into. I can see if it's a rental property, and you're a homeowner and you don't know about plumbing, you don't know about air conditioning, you don't know about heating, you don't know about code. Okay, you have to hire a full-time contractor. Let's let the city have where we work hand in hand. I've had businesses open in the last 20 years under this mayor that we have. He's stifling the contractors, meaning the people that are trying to come in. They have to have 5 or 6 different type of passage before they can open their business. Even if it was an existing business, that doesn't make sense. And Dr. Brooks, I must share with you, I am so proud of Popeyes. It's probably one of the top 10 Popeyes in the country. Why would the city of North Chicago allow Wingstops to move in their driving pattern? It doesn't make sense. And where the Wingstop is, it was a full-fledged dry cleaner. Now we have a place that was dry cleaner, that wasn't mitigated, that wasn't torn down. How are we serving food from that? This, and the city council, I polled most of the aldermen, they didn't know Wingstop was coming. I did call the city planner, who's a good friend of mine, and his name is Nimrod. I called him. Nimrod Wars is his correct name, and he said, January, they don't need a permit. If there was an existing business, nothing changes, it can come in there and not go through the city council, which I think needs to be changed. And I was told a dry cleaner is going to go back next door to the new Wingstops. So those things don't add up. You have to have your main things. I, as a candidate for mayor, think North Chicago is too dark. What I would like to do, I propose to go to the mayor of the city of Chicago, which I've done in the past, and ask for some more lighting. I would like to, like the south side of Chicago, Dr. Brooks, it's all lit up. I would like the same for North Chicago. I was anti all the cameras because our crime is so high, we're not being reported to what our crime is in North Chicago. I like crime to go away. So, if the more light, the more things don't happen. The less light, the more things do happen. So,
how would you sell North Chicago? A person wanted to move into North Chicago. A lot of things they will look at, schools, the parks, and so forth. You mentioned about the city plan, strategic plan, and this type of thing. But what about the tax structure? They're going to look at the tax structure.
Dr. Brooks, our tax structure is off the chain. First of all, I know I'm not going to get a lot of people to like this. We need to sit down with our stockholders and our shareholders. We need to sit and maybe in the next 8 to 10 years, combine the park and the city together. Mm-hmm. Why are we able, 2 taxing bodies that can charge 4.9 per year per taxing body to citizenry? That doesn't make sense. In a 2x3 town, we've got a park district that can do 4.9 without anything. We got a city that can do 4.9, and we have a school board that can do 4.9. Mm-hmm. That's almost 15% per year. That doesn't make sense. Now, we can't do all 3 at one time. Let's do some things that are germane. Let's sit down with these folks. Let's say, how can we help you to get people that make more than $60,000 want to come and stay in our community and send their kids? Well, they're not going to with high crime, not going to with gaming every corner, not going to with schools not having extracurricular programs, a park district that doesn't have amateur athletic union as a part of the because when you have amateur athletic union, which I'm familiar with as a martial artist, all the basic apparatuses for any type of program, volleyball, tennis, taekwondo, judo, anything, have certification levels. So you start as a D, then a C, then a B, then an A. That gives you some continuity. You get fundamental basketball, so you know how to dribble, you know how to shoot, you know how to do all these fundamental things. All of the managers, owner, founder, they're all background checked. So they don't have a criminal record working for our park district. It doesn't work. And when you have things, you don't have to worry about who the instructor is. As the parent, as the administrator, and hopefully as the mayor, I'm happy about those things. I'm happy that they've been background checked. I'm happy that we have a baseball team in North Chicago. You mean to tell me in all these years we don't have a baseball team? Not because kids don't like it. Our park district is not offering it. Our park district is not offering soccer. Soccer is one of the largest things in Illinois for Spanish, black, and white kids they can do. It has very small cost. It's like less than $20 to outfit a kid. Let's do that. Let's do things that give the kids somewhere to burn off some of their energy. As the mayor, I'm going to do everything I can to facilitate organization. Top thing, take care of your seniors and your babies. Middle thing, let's get the taxes lowered, get the property value going up. Large thing, let's get big box grocery. We have the richest street in the state in our town, which is Buckley Road. We're not utilizing that. Back when the mayor was given 2 opportunities, not 1, to Lewis and Buckley, and they said, Mr. Mayor, we want to give Lewis and Buckley back to you. What would you do with it? This man says, oh, we're going to put a semi-baseball team. One that went to Zion and failed. That's what he wanted. That was his idea. They said, Charles January, what would you do? I said, Navy, DOD, NAFAC, we should look to contact and we'll revenue share with you. Let's get Capado Seafood. Let's get Dave and Buster's. Let's get Einstein drink. Let's get Starbucks coffee. Go to Lewis and Buckley. We win. And one big box store that I was really interested, I gotta say it, it's HEB Foods from Texas. We're the 4th largest grocery store chain in America. And within a 20-mile radius, we have Highwood, which is over 90% Spanish. We got Waukegan, which is over 85% Spanish. North Chicago, over 65% Spanish. Round Lake, over 90% Spanish. If we open the HEB, they're coming because that's their grocery store. We can do it. We can do it better. Let's make it better. Let's not just talk about it. Let's do it. I've got city councilmen and Dr. Wadell Brooks. I can count to 4. If I can get Michael Jackson, he's going to be the 1st ward. I can get Raul Rivera, the 3rd ward. Let's get him. Vicky in the 5th ward. My wife in the 7th ward. That's 4 aldermen. Dr. Brooks and me and the mayor can pretty much do what I want. You'll see dramatic change in North Chicago. We won't have downtown that don't know if it's a downtown or uptown. It's on Sheridan Road. At one time, we were thriving on Sheridan Road. We had a Dairy Queen. We had a movie theater. We had a drugstore. We had plenty of mom and pop shops. We were a thriving community. Now we have nothing. That's not the owner's fault. It's leadership's fault.
What about all the housing, Nimitz Village and Halsey Village?
Dr. Brooks,
could something be done with that housing?
I need a whole nother show for that. I was told that we had the opportunity to get Nimitz, which has a decrepit building, imploded streets, raw sewage everywhere, and we just got it all boarded and covered up. According to the people that I contacted, they didn't want to be quoted on this. I've just got to tell you, I'm so embarrassed because they offered it back with the idea of North Chicago policing housing for no additional money by giving that back. I think they get the city gets between $40,000 and $60,000, between 40 and 60 a month to police where I live. We're already a part of North Chicago. I'm thinking, as the mayor, if they want to give us Halsey back, not pay us, I'm good with that, because I can contact the Department of Forestry, I can contact the Department of the Interior, I can get them to clear all that stuff down for us, build a big, beautiful park. In 5 to 10 years, we can put condos there. Now we can increase our city. We can increase the revenue. When you stifle us and say, no, we're not going to do that because you have no vision, we're in trouble. We could have partnered several times with the exchange there on Green Bay Road, because they do it in Virginia. If you have an ID, you don't pay taxes. If you don't have an ID, you do pay tax. So we have opportunities. We just don't utilize those opportunities. What we do is, unless it's Mayor Rockingham's ideal, we have nothing happen. Name me one thing, Dr. Brooks, that the mayor of the city of North Chicago himself has brought. He's told Gibbs and said he's done all these wonderful things. Nothing happening in our town.
Well, how does he get elected head of the mayors in the state of Illinois?
Dr. Brooks.
He's elected the chairman,
Dr.
the
Brooks,
president.
He's been in office for more than 20 years. So what happens is, once they elect you to sergeant at arms, you just move up.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you stay, you move up, and eventually you get to be president.
Mm.
I've got to tell you, I'm embarrassed. When he was president, we started the pandemic. Okay, he wasn't on TV. He murders English. You heard him speak. We're in trouble. I just don't know where. We went to the same high school. I know he went to Ohio State for some time. He can't read very well. Dr. Brooks, certain things I can say, certain things that he can't even speak to. It just doesn't make sense when you keep electing a man that doesn't have a vision, doesn't have anything rolled out. There's no strategic plan. It's who, what, when, where, why. There's no comprehensive plan. Working with our partners, it's just not there. We need to fix it.
Well, we tried to let you fix it in 30 minutes, but our time has come to an end. We're gonna have to get you again some other, but it won't be February the 23rd, because February the 23rd is the primary, and you're not running in the primary, right? I didn't mention you. I mentioned you're an independent candidate for the mayor, and that won't be until the regular election.
April 6th, and that means I'll challenge if Anthony Coleman, Mayor Rockingham, would be me versus Anthony Coleman. If Anthony Coleman loses to Mayor Rockingham, it'll be Mayor Rockingham versus hopefully new Mayor Charles January. And citizens, it takes you. You're in control. You control the purse strings as far as running for. And I have to say this, Dr. Brooks, in closing, the way we got it now is the mayor's first, staff is second, the alderman third, and the citizens are last. Elect Charles January, the aldermen are first, the mayor is second, the staff is third. The citizens are first, the aldermen are second, the mayor's third, and the staff is last. Not the mayor first, staff second, alderman third, citizens. My way, citizens first, alderman second, mayor third, staff last.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Charles January, and promulgating his vision for the city of North Chicago. He is a person that you should know. Thank you for viewing another session on Lake County Community Forum.